Well, guys, we're back talking about Russell Brand again because the media and MPs from both sides of the cesspit don't care if it looks like a stitch-up anymore, as they're now demanding Rumble stop Russell Brand making money after YouTube did it the other day. This despite any evidence of an actual crime missing like a fart in the wind, a bit like the media's credibility, really. Now, obviously, no matter what you think about Russell Brand, this does look like a blatant stitch-up using trial by media, which is obviously bad enough on its own. But to have scumbags in Parliament actively targeting a private citizen for this stitch-up makes China look nice this time of year, don't you think? In fact, it's a bit like in 2021 when the media and politicians decided to target people calling out a pandemic lies, so they all piled on pressure until the person was either banned from social media or sacked by their employer. This time it's them trying to target Russell Brand's income with a Conservative MP leading the charge, as you can see by this letter from Caroline Dinenage, the culture, media and sport trout, who, it should also be noted, was instrumental in creating the online censorship bill that they've just passed into law, so she has form when it comes to being a censorious scumbag in what I'm sure will shock none of you. Anyway, as you can see with this letter, she tried to pressure Rumble into removing Russell Brand's ability to make money based on allegations from groupies like 10 or 20 years ago, so let's go through it and tear it apart while we do. It says, "Dear Chris," who's obviously the head of Rumble, "I'm writing concerning the serious allegations regarding Russell Brand in the context of his being a content provider on Rumble with more than 1.4 million followers, which obviously these allegations have got sweet fuck all to do with. The Culture, Media and Sport Committee is raising questions with the broadcasters and production companies who previously employed Mr. Brand to examine both the culture of the industry in the past and whether that culture still prevails today. Well, once again, that's got absolutely sweet fuck all to do with Rumble at the end of the day, and once again I'm gonna say it sounds more like a stitch-up the longer I go through this. It goes on, however, we're also looking at his use of social media, including on Rumble, where he issued his preemptive response to the accusations made against him by the Sunday Times and Channel 4 dispatches. While we recognise that Rumble is not the creator of the content published by Mr. Brand, we are concerned that he may be able to profit from his content on the platform. So that is what it's really about there, and that's shutting him down, not only by removing his voice, but also stopping him from making any money from it. This, as you know, is what they have to do, and they have done it many times before. Obviously, it's very concerning that they think they can do this and so bloody openly without anyone calling them out for it, because let's be honest, this is about as insane as it gets. Here we have an elected MP who has no right to be doing this against a private citizen, which at the end of the day even a celebrity like Brand is, and to be doing it so blatantly, you've got to wonder who the hell these people think they are. It goes on, "We would be grateful if you could confirm whether Mr. Brand is able to monetize his content, including videos relating to the serious accusations against him. If so, we would like to know whether Rumble intends to join YouTube in suspending Mr. Brand's ability to earn money on the platform." Once again showing what this is really about, and it's got nothing to do with anything other than cancelling Russell Brand. She finishes up with, "We would also like to know what Rumble's doing to ensure that creators are not able to use the platform to undermine the welfare of victims of inappropriate and potentially illegal behaviour. Yours sincerely, Caroline Dinenage," or whatever her bloody name is. But I guess MPs have decided bollocks to the illusion of democracy following all that, because that's a member of Parliament demanding a company remove a private citizen's ability to make money, all because of a bunch of anonymous accusations that have been made against him. That there means he's not been convicted of any crime or even arrested, but MPs demand he's silenced anyway. This shows to me it's a blatant stitch-up designed to silence him and literally nothing more. Now, obviously, the fact this Trout and her committee are even doing this should be criminal in itself, but it does show you all just how bad it's gonna get as time goes on when we're dealing with the authoritarian scumbags who think they can do this. Shit, with the online arms bill, these bastards can literally come for any one of us at any time now, and she helped put that in place, let's not forget. Clearly, though, the idiot MP didn't do her research when it comes to Rumble, because if she did, she'd have known Rumble would tell her where to go, and that, I'm happy to report, is exactly what they did.
I like it!
Here you see they wrote, "Today we received an extremely disturbing letter from a committee chair in the UK Parliament." While Rumble obviously deplores sexual assault, rape and all serious crimes and believes that both alleged victims and the accused are entitled to a full and serious investigation, it is vital to note that recent allegations against Russell Brand have nothing to do with content on Rumble's platform, which is obviously true. Just yesterday, YouTube announced that based solely on these media accusations, it was barring Mr. Brand from monetizing his video content. Rumble stands for very different values. We have devoted ourselves to the vital cause of defending a free internet, meaning an internet where no one arbitrarily dictates what ideas can or cannot be heard, or which citizens may or may not be entitled to a platform. We regard it as deeply inappropriate and dangerous that the UK Parliament would attempt to control who's allowed to speak on our platform or to earn a living from doing so. Singling out an individual and demanding his ban is even more disturbing given the absence between any connection between the allegation and his content on Rumble. We don't agree with the behaviour of many Rumble creators, but we refuse to penalise them for actions that have nothing to do with our platform. Although it may be politically and socially easier for Rumble to join cancel culture mobs, doing so would be a violation of our company's values and mission. We emphatically reject the UK's Parliament demands. Well, I gotta say, that's the perfect response, so well done to Rumble for shitting on this Orwellian lunacy, because that's what a social media company should do when arse-white politicians try to cancel someone because it's the bloody current thing.
Jog on.
Now, the fact she didn't know that Rumble would respond like that does actually make me laugh, because it shows these clowns live in their own world where they think they can make demands and people will just bow down to them. Obviously, a lot of alt-tech sites ain't gonna do that, and that is why people should be on them alongside the mainstream ones. That there goes for both viewers and creators, because for now it might be Russell Brand in their sites, but it won't be long before it ramps up, and these scumbags come for anyone tearing holes in their lies, which, let's be honest, is not hard really, and that's why they need to shut it all down. Remember, the people telling the truth never need to silence anyone, do they? It's only the people trying to lie at the end of the day. So it's gotta be said, well done Rumble. That is literally how you tell these corrupt wannabe dictators where to stick their bullshit, and that's right back up their ass where they pulled it from.
You are an ill-made, spiteful little creature, full of envy, lust, and low cunning.
Pandemic.
Where